Mark Kikta. I retired as a captain in the United States Navy. So we always encountered Soviet vessels and Soviet aircraft. So there were always fighters and bombers, Soviet airplanes flying overhead the ships, and then they would escort them with the F-4s or F-14s. But for us, as anti-submarine warfare airplanes, we had a bit of a different experience. We were always putting sonobuoys in the water to track submarines, and the Russians were always following us and pulling those sonobuoys out of the water, and you could hear them talking Russian on the microphones when they pulled them out of the water, so that was kind of funny. That was my first experience to have that happen. But yes, we would, because Russian submarines were following the carrier, and so we'd pick one up and we'd go out there and try to track them, and at the same time their spy vessels would be going through our field of sonobuoys, pulling the sonobuoys up out of the water, yeah, to look at it. They didn't get within, I don't know, 10 miles maybe of the carrier ever, and they did surface them. Those days most were diesel, I think, still, and so they would surface at night. So it was common for us on night flights to look for rain showers, and because they would surface inside of rain showers because the radar wouldn't pick them up from the ships and things, the airplanes. They would surface in a rain shower and snorkel and charge their batteries up using the diesels. I do remember one night we were tracking a submarine, a Soviet submarine, and by golly, he was right where they said he was going to be. We flew over him, and I had a crew, and I said, okay, I'll follow you, tell me where to go. I went over to a certain area where you're going to start dropping a buoy pattern. And we said, now just drop regular buoys, nothing special. And the first one that the guy dropped by mistake was a flare buoy. So it went into water, a giant fireball, and then the Russian submarine saw that, and he immediately went sinker, and we lost him. So we thought we had him, we were gonna get him, and then we did something stupid by dropping a flare, and he went sinker right away. But yes, we tracked submarines a lot. We tracked a lot of American submarines too, just as exercises. So we did a lot of those. In fact, we probably did more exercises than we did Russian submarines. But we did them. It was fun. The Russians did push their limits. The boats that followed us sometimes got just several hundred yards behind, picking up the trash. If they weren't picking up our sonobuoys, they were picking up the ship's trash that they threw overboard. Because in those days, the ships threw everything overboard. And now they compact it and burn it, so it's not an environmental issue. But back in the 70s, it was a different story.